Messi Donoa. Yadesi.
Tell the world when you go back. Go back. I said. You mean I'm not staying here? Jesus shook his head. Not yet. You have work to do first. Jesus took my hand and we started walking. The beautiful landscape around us shifted and changed, like we were moving through different realities. Abdul, Jesus said as we walked, do you know what year it is on earth right now? 2025, I answered. And do you know what's coming in 2026? I shook my head. Jesus stopped walking. We were standing in front of a massive door. I mean massive. It was as tall as a skyscraper. Maybe taller. Made of something that looked like gold and crystal mixed together. Beautiful but also scary. The door was open. But only halfway. And as I watched, it moved. Just a tiny bit. Closing slowly. What is that? I asked. This is the door of grace, Jesus said, his voice heavy with sadness. Throughout history, I have kept this door open wide, inviting everyone to come to me. Calling Muslims, Buddhists, Hindus, atheists, everyone, come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest. He pointed at the door. But grace has a season. There comes a time when the door begins to close. Not because I want it to, but because humanity's rebellion reaches a tipping point. Because people's hearts become so hard they can no longer hear my voice. The door moved again. Another inch closed. 2026, Jesus said, is the last year of open grace before the shaking begins. What shaking? I whispered, suddenly scared. Jesus waved his hand and the scene changed. I saw the earth below us. But it wasn't peaceful. It was chaos. I saw wars. Armies fighting. Bombs exploding. Cities on fire. I saw earthquakes. Buildings collapsing. Ground splitting open. Tsunamis flooding coastlines. I saw famines. People, children like me, starving, their bellies swollen, their eyes empty. I saw diseases. Hospitals overflowing. Doctors overwhelmed. Bodies in the streets. I saw persecution. Christians being arrested, beaten, killed. Churches burning. Bibles being torn up and thrown in fires. And I saw deception. Religious leaders standing in pulpits, on TV, in mosques and temples, speaking words that sounded true but were actually lies. Millions of people following them straight toward destruction. This is coming, Jesus said, his voice breaking. Some of it will begin in 2026. Some will build over the next few years. But Abdul, the door of grace is closing. After 2026, it will be harder, much harder, for people to come to me. Not impossible, but harder. Why? I asked, my voice shaking. Why would you let this happen? Jesus looked at me with tears in his eyes. Because humanity has rejected me for so long. I've sent prophets, teachers, witnesses. I've performed miracles. I've knocked on hearts for centuries. But most have chosen their own way. Religion instead of relationship. Tradition instead of truth. Pride instead of humility. He pointed at the door again. This door will remain open through 2026. But at the end of that year, it will close to halfway. And in the years after, it will keep closing until finally, there will come a day when it shuts completely and grace is no more. When? I whispered. I cannot tell you the day or the hour, Jesus said. My Father alone knows. But I can tell you this, the time is short. Very short. Every person alive right now needs to choose. Will they accept me or reject me? Will they cross the bridge or try to build their own? Will they walk through the door while it's still open, or wait until it's too late? He knelt down and put both hands on my shoulders, looking right into my eyes. Abdul, this is why I'm sending you back. You need to tell people, especially Muslims, what you've seen. Tell them that Islam cannot save them. Tell them that good works cannot save them. Tell them that the only way to cross from death to life is through me. But they won't believe me, I said, crying now. I'm just a kid. 9 years old. No one listens to kids. They didn't listen to me either, Jesus said with a sad smile. They killed me for telling the truth. But 3 days later, I rose from the dead. And now billions believe in me because I told the truth even when it cost everything. He hugged me tight. You must be brave, Abdul. Braver than most 9-year-olds have to be. You will lose friends. Your family might reject you. Your mosque will call you a liar. But I will never leave you. Never. I will be with you every single day until the door finally closes and you come home to me forever. I buried my face in his shoulder and cried. I didn't want to go back. I wanted to stay here where everything was beautiful and perfect. But I also knew he was right. People needed to hear. My family needed to hear. Muslims like me who were scared of Judgment Day, they needed to know about the bridge. Okay, I whispered. I'll tell them. Jesus pulled back and smiled. Good.
Bible said, "Baby, I have a friend and ne." So tears and panan can, and sinne wakuma. A move on what the answer over Shannon. Tie. I saw ye, Juma. No one young Kwama Okra. I wish you for. Say, a bayer who bay and one say, "You better send baby winning now, baby. Now I am fat." Say, me, I dare hear me who woman say. Yesu, Papa Taka send me say, Yesu doya. Kwayon buffers over what 10 in our country. Young date now or the atuja. Yeah, no. Or see 2026. And I am Mercy Gate, the end. Near one tibium, no, near one fano. A bed in so betting my bamin chain. Until then, I don't bring out. Until I Yesu Christo ni kwano. So fire ya. Timmy Pamuchao. Yambe Yesu Christo. And Kwanachi. Uwonachi. And I some no. Radin Huya Mobo. Ayanyera. Na Mercy Gate 2026 no. The new Munu na Yentimi Wudum. Then Kwaja Edia. Radin Shiro.
Radin Yankupon won shroud. But Modiana share programming. But Modiana share. Leave your comments. Our comment section. Like a program no. Na follow program no. Na ebebo. Brother Bia ye budin sa brother. Anyumre. Ubenya yinse. Bra ye ne watena se. Na ye bosa enkomo yi. Omode ama umie binti na ono soso etimi aba